everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Greater Culture Chats. Chelsea and Brad here. Special edition episode here. We are in our new location. The last time we chatted, we teased and talked about what we were excited about in terms of moving into new space. It's been a month, and we are now in the new space. So we figured we'd get everybody up to date on what the experience has been like over the last month, moving into a new space, doing a little bit of renovating, a little bit of updating, and where we're looking to go in the future. So December 15th, we officially closed and got everything figured out. We'll be able to take over the space. Over the last month, it feels like we've gone through a lot of change here.
It does. It also feels like it's been a week. Like it doesn't even feel like it's been a month or anything like that, or over a month. It just feels like it's been 1 week of trying to get everything done.
Yeah. So what have been some of the changes that we've been making in here over the last month?
Well, we came in and we painted everything, which was fantastic. A nice fresh start. It's always good to have fresh paint. And then we started moving some things around, brought in some new equipment. And it's been great. I mean, this front space has been my baby. And we got our beautiful green walls here and our plants. I've been put on plant restriction, though.
Sure.
So I'm a little upset.
How many plants do we have in here now?
Not enough. I'm not even going to count them. There's not enough.
Yeah.
So I have to start propagating off of what I have because I really enjoy the greenery.
And just off to the side here from camera view is our beautiful Nespresso coffee machine.
Yes.
Up and running.
A little caffeine corner. We got all of our drinks, our coffee ready to go. And you've been working diligently on the athlete space.
Learn how to lay LVP flooring. So that's a new trick of the trade. What's fun is as you manage a gym, you think you're just coaching classes and helping people get fitter, but then you realize like, oh, we're learning all these handy tools along the way because we painted the back, we brought some new equipment in, we've had folks paint the front, we're making little tweaks here and there to make the space feel really welcoming and inviting for anybody. So not only can you get a great workout in, but you can hang out and chit chat with your friends because we know that's what people love to do in CrossFit. So our athlete storage area is almost complete as well, which we're really excited about because we're starting to feel like it's setting up and settling into the type of environment we want. Yeah, which I think is really exciting.
Yeah, and it's been great. The group of people we have here is just, first of all, super receptive to change, which is always difficult. So that lends itself well to the future for sure. So they've been receptive to everything we've done here, which is awesome. And they are like just as excited about it as we are every time something changes. They're like, ooh, I like this too. So it's been really nice.
I know it has been like this perfect storm of a variety of communities coming together because we had the community that we got to know in the garage. There's a community that was already here, and then there's a new community of folks who are interested in checking us out and signing up who haven't been a part of either of those. So we're bringing together all these different people, and that has been super fun over the last month is to see people meet new folks, coach them up, encourage them, and at the end of the day, it's like we're all doing CrossFit. We're all here to get a good workout in and sweat and have fun. But it's been super fun to see how many people are interacting with each other, high-fiving each other, people you've never met. And you're kind of like, all right, we're all revolving around this thing of fitness, which we all love, and we're all trying to get a little bit better at. So I think that has been super cool, not only the space changing, but also seeing how the community is starting to gel and come together and bring in new folks. Because everybody's excited. It's like when you have a class with a lot of people in it, like there's a lot of energy. And people enjoy showing up for that and they want more of it. And so I think that's been super cool too in terms of moving into the new space and operating. How's it been for you coaching with a lot of space again? Because that has been a big change for me. I got used to coaching in 450 square feet and now we have like 3,000 square feet. And I'm like, it feels very different.
Yeah, the first week I was definitely like more tired because I was like running from here. I felt like I needed to run everywhere because things weren't just like an arm's reach away, like bands or plates or things like that. So I was like, oh crap, like I gotta move to get like to the clock or things like that. So that was kind of funny. I was like, I'm running everywhere. And then, taking into account that people are moving around more just to get their stuff. So it just takes longer. But I have absolutely loved it. I love having to figure out the space where people should go, being able to use the space more, doing like bigger warm-ups, I feel like got into a little bit of a rut because I was like, we were limited to what we could do in our warm-ups. But now that we have all this space again, I'm like, oh, guys,
Yeah.
you're going to hate me because you're doing everything. Like, it's been a lot of fun.
It's been funny to see even some of the members who got used to the garage of like, oh, I can like spread out a little bit more, get my own space and whatnot. And like I said, it's been a challenge of like getting back, like, oh yeah, like spread out people, you still want the community vibe, but you want people to have their own space.
Yeah.
They've got their own pull-up bars, they've got their own barbells and all these other things. So I think it's actually been really fun to get back to that of like, okay, this feels like what we maybe were accustomed to or used to back in the day. So appreciate the space. And we've actually had some classes where we filled it up pretty good. Where all of a sudden you're like, wow, you get 15 plus people in here and we are filling it up and it's fun and there's a lot of energy. So to me, I think that's been really cool. Are there any other things for you, like having moved from a garage into this space that have stood out to you or been like a aha moment or something like that?
It's more just like realizing how special it is to be a coach and own a gym, because like people that are coming in, like a lot of people in the garage we knew already, and we had a few new faces come in, but just for so many people and the people that were here to just trust us with their fitness. Yeah. It makes me feel very special. And like, it's a pretty cool feeling to be like, you guys are coming in here, you're trusting us with your wellness, your health, everything. And you're really receptive to it. You're excited about it. And that has just been awesome. Yeah. It's been a great opportunity to really like revitalize what we're doing here, because it's just like every day, like these people show up and they're committed to it. And it's like, yeah, you chose us. And that's a really cool feeling.
Yeah. And it certainly has felt like over the last month of folks who were here and part of that community, it's hard bringing in new coaches, new faces, new ways of doing things. And they've committed and been like, yeah, like we're in it with you. New folks coming through the door, they want to be a part of it. So it is really cool to feel like you're building something or continuing to build something. People are jumping on board with that. And this last week, we've been working through our Bring a Friend week, which has been super cool, of how many folks are asking their friends or family or other folks like, hey, come check out a class, try it out, see what you think. Because we've had a lot of new faces come through the door. A lot of them have never done CrossFit before. So it's like first ever CrossFit experience. Some of them maybe did CrossFit a number of years ago or whatever that might be. And so I think that's been really cool to see, regardless of your experience level, like you can jump right in and feel like you're getting a great workout in, part of a community and kind of part of what we're building here. So I think that to me has been really cool, because it feels like we've only been open for a couple of weeks after the holidays and everything like that. And things are constantly in flux, but like everybody's really bought in, which is really cool. Yeah. I think that's been really encouraging for us.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Which also gets us to think about some of the upcoming events. So like we did a Bring a Friend week because we thought that would be really helpful for us to introduce the world to what we've got going on here and people to come check it out. And then we are excited to sort of unveil the space in February for some form of like a grand opening or just allow people to come through. But then we're already looking ahead to the Open, which is 1 month away, and it's the biggest community builder in the CrossFit calendar year. Yeah. So we're excited because now we get a space to actually do the Open.
Yeah, we have room to do it, which is awesome. And it's funny because like that's where all of our conversations tend to go to, because the backspace isn't settled. Like we still want to move some things around. But every time we think about moving something, we're like, well, how will this play in the Open? Like it all goes back to that, because we really want to make sure that the athletes and the members get the most out of that experience, and having a well set up area is super helpful for that. Yeah. So we're constantly like, well, how is this going to do in the Open if we have to do this, this, and this? And they're going to be, it's going to be shuttle runs. It's going to be wall walks. There's going to be all these things where you're traversing the area. So logistically, the Open can be a bit of a nightmare, but it's going to be really cool to see this new group show up on Saturday and go in hard. Yeah.
And because last year, the first year we had a chance to do it was out of the garage. So the athletes who were with us at that point in time, it was 2 people going at a time, and it was very condensed, and it was, a challenge, I'd say, from the weather and everything else. So now having a space where we can have more people going at once, we can really encourage and get everybody having fun with it. I think it's going to be awesome, and we are going to do an intramural competition. So we're going pretty simple with teams this year. Yeah. We were debating about themes and this and that, and we're like, you know what, let's go simple with this, and we're going to go Team Teal versus Team Purple, which are 2 of our colors. Which we're really excited about the intramural side of the house, because for some of us, I think we like to do the workout, put our score, and maybe see where we stack up against others. And for others of us, it's like, I could care less what my score is, but I just like working out with my friends. And regardless of what side of the fence you're on, or if you're a little bit of both, like the open is for you. Would you say that's kind of been your experience?
Yes, for sure. And I think CrossFit put this out. It was like the open is just a great check-in for your fitness, and it's like, it's a nice reminder for those of us that get maybe a little bit comfortable with what we're doing of like, hey, you could work more on this, or like, oh, you've never even tried this movement before. So hop in and do it. And because it holds you to those certain set standards, it's like, you got to do it that way. And it's a nice opportunity to like push yourself into something that you wouldn't normally push yourself into, which I think will be really cool for this community. And also we got our morning people and our evening people right now. And the two shall never mix. No, but like, it'll be cool to see both groups kind of come together so they can check in with the people that they see on the, on the leaderboard later in the day and things like that. And really mix it up a little bit more.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I love is like, regardless of where you're at with your fitness, if you're like coming off an injury or maybe life has happened and you haven't been as consistent as you like the open is still for you because just being there, supporting each other, knocking out the workouts, encouraging each other, doing some tough things together, like it's really what it's all about at the end of the day. And that's why we're excited with the Intramural Open to incentivize the participation and showing up and being there for your friends and other folks in this community and doing some of those tough things yourself. And then you get a t-shirt along the way. It's like, let's be real, everybody does it for the t-shirt. But we're excited, I think, to bring that to the community. It's just a great opportunity for everybody to get together and have some fun with it. So that'll be coming up before we know it. It's basically 1 month away from now.
I know. It always sneaks up.
It does. I'm glad it's 3 weeks, though.
Yeah.
Compared to the normal
5, yeah. 3 weeks is much better.
Yeah. So we've been here for a month. We're starting to move things in the direction we're excited about. We're excited to continue to reveal things to the world. We've got the Open coming up. We've got a lot of other fun stuff planned. But so far, it's been a pretty cool ride, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, it's really awesome because we've been talking about it for so long and finally getting here and opening up the space. And we had a lot of things on hold that we wanted to do that we just couldn't do in the other space. So it's like nice to finally like roll those things out and see all of our ideas really come into play. Yeah. It's been great.
And I will say, waking up to coach the early morning classes hasn't been that bad.
Oh, wow. That's
we've done I'd say we've done a decent job of splitting it up for the most part.
Yeah, it's been good.
But when you have, a group of people who are excited and really ready to get after it in the morning, it gets you excited to want to get up and be there for them. So whether it's the morning or the evening, I think it's been fun to kind of see how all the different classes, they sort of take on a mind of their own a little bit, which has been, I think, really cool. And we've got the 5:15 and 6:30 a.m. We've got the noon and the 5:15 and the 6:30 p.m. So it's pretty easy to remember. But yeah, regardless of when you can fit fitness in, people are coming out and checking us out, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing how much time is in the day when you wake up at 4 a.m. I don't recommend it for everybody, though.
Yeah, you finish the second class at 7:30 in the morning. You're like, all right, like I'm wide awake and been wide awake for a while, and you've got a little energy from some of those morning crews. That's when you get some good work done, and then be ready for the afternoon to hit a little bit of a lull. I would say.
So, a little for sure. Yeah. That's what the coffee's for, though.
That's what we've got the Nespresso here for. Yeah. So we're excited to offer that to the world. But that's been essentially, I'd say, the first month in kind of a nutshell. Is like a lot of change, a lot of new things going on here, but still I'd say like the core of what we're trying to accomplish and what we're trying to build is all very much present. And I think people are getting a sense of that. And I think those that want to be a part of it are like, this is cool, or it's different, or it's unique compared to what I've seen previously. So I want to jump on board with that. That's kind of been my experience, I'd say.
Yeah. And what are you looking forward to most in the first 6 months of this year?
Ooh, man. It's funny because I feel like we're starting to see things happen that we were hoping would happen, of like people coming and checking us out, people reaching out, people encouraging us. Like the community as a whole is so supportive, I would say, which has been really, really awesome. I think for me, over these 6 months, my goal would be that people get just really excited to come here and work out. They love sharing the brand. They love sharing what we're doing here with others. Anytime I think you see people wearing apparel
Mhm.
or talking with others. Like that to me is really cool that it's like it's made a big enough impact in their life that like they either want to wear it or
Yeah.
they want to talk about it. So for me over the next 6 months, just continue to see people want new shirts and want to keep coming to class and want to bring their friends and see how many folks can get involved with it. So for me, I think that's kind of where my head is at.
Yeah.
How about you? What do you think?
I really am looking forward to like the people that you know, the crew that came from the garage with us is already in our cult. Like we've indoctrinated them, and I'm really looking forward to indoctrinating the rest of the group and getting them full in on it. Like I want to talk to them about like their recovery drinks, their protein, their, you know, their shoes and things like that. I love like sharing how to like just increase overall health and wellness.
Yeah.
And I love it when people really buy into that and get really excited about it, because those are the things I like to talk about. So I'm really excited about growing our cult. I think is really the best way to say it. Culture, right? But like
That's
just the
right.
cult part of it.
Hashtag join the culture.
Yeah, cult.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think, you know, we're starting off with our group classes and people are moving, and that's always a really nice introduction to
Mhm.
health and wellness and usually what people think about. But we are excited to offer
Mhm.
things like nutrition coaching and different recovery tactics and things, and, you know, even setting up spaces for athletes to be able to recover.
Yeah.
And we know how important all that is outside of the 60 minutes of class. We're excited to dive into all of those opportunities and give our athletes the best
Yeah.
experience to try and be healthy, happier, and a little bit more fulfilled, we'd say.
Yeah. It's like a full, like, you know, you see those bigger gyms like Lifetime and things like that, and they got everything. They got the, you know, all of it, the huge locker rooms, the snack bar, all that kind of stuff. And I really am looking forward to providing that feel on a much smaller community-based level. And I
Yeah.
think that's really cool.
I agree. And as much caffeine as people are willing to tolerate as well is always helpful.
Yeah, from me and, you know, for themselves.
Yeah. So that's pretty much been the last month. What you've probably been seeing on social media, you'll probably be seeing, you know, things that are happening inside the gym, outside the gym. We're excited to keep growing and sharing some of that with all of you who've been following or coming along for the ride. So from Chelsea and Brad, it's been another Greater Culture Chats, and we look forward to continuing to see you in 2024 as we continue to grow. So thanks all.
Bye.